Trade Capital's exclusive analysis. And today's going to be discussing Lululemon and Nike, two stocks that reported earnings today. And their reactions, well, if you haven't heard, their reactions weren't too good on both of the consumer discretionary clothing and sportswear side. So, Lululemon, today, so interesting, looked like it was trying to break out of this beautiful W bullish breakout pattern. It was trying to break out on some volume today. Nice daily candle, up over 2%, looking very strong. Earnings approaches, double beat on earnings, and the stock gets absolutely wrecked. It's actually hit a low all the way at 425.24. If I show you the after hours charts, look at that drop on Lululemon. A nasty, nasty candle to the downside, to say the least. Certainly not what you want to see if you went long this stock into earnings. Now, listen up. This video is for day traders because we are looking at some opportunities tomorrow to capture a potential bounce. I will be looking to long this stock pretty much some point at the open or shortly after, and then I'll be looking for potential continuation short at some point. So there's going to be two opportunities in my opinion on this stock. We'll also discuss Nike, but if you look at the Lululemon chart, that roughly speaking is a beautiful, beautiful drop of roughly about 11, just over 11% from that high to the low. So that's a pretty big standard deviation move to the downside at this point. So the big level I'm watching, where am I looking to potentially accumulate a day trade for a bounce? Well, there's two levels in particular. And first things first, you have to draw your attention to this key support trend line. Obviously, you can see this massive pivot in March all the way to that pivot low. Somewhere in this vicinity, there's a lot of upsloping trend. That's your mean trend. That's really the trend that has kept Lululemon in check ever since it broke this bigger consolidation pattern and put you into new highs. So at this point, I'm looking at this larger term trend. Not only do you have mega support at 416, that's a 382 fib from the low to the high here, you're going to have this upsloping trend line in this vicinity starting in this range. And then you also have some pretty big daily gap fills sitting around this 420 zone. So I think it's safe based off of other market fundamentals at the given time, whether the market is weak or strong going into this fall. I'm looking at an accumulation range between 420 here to about 416.46. And again, if you want to find out my website, and I'll actually be live trading tomorrow on YouTube for free, so you can definitely tune in to see how this goes. We will be live trading on YouTube. So my website is tradingcapital.ca, and my YouTube is Trading Capital Inc. Obviously, I will post this video on YouTube. So it's going to be interesting to see if Lulu can get a nice potential bounce. But I am looking at going long the stock between this 420 to 416 range for a potential day trade scalp. Not only do you have a bunch of technical support in there, if you throw in the daily 200 moving average, take a look at that. That daily 200 moving average is just sitting right there. So you came close to hitting it in the after hours, but not quite. You did not quite pierce it just yet. So Lulu's definitely on watch for a long trade. Let's look at Nike. Nike is another one that's looking exceptionally weak. Nike has triggered this bearish pattern, got rejected at the neckline today, and then got absolutely obliterated to the downside. Now, the thing about Nike is Nike had some crazy price action. It didn't go down right away. It actually had a big up move. Look at that, all the way up to 108, getting people hyped up, trapping in the shorts, grabbing all that short liquidity premium, and then reversing it down to the low. So they trapped the shorts and they trapped the longs. Crazy, crazy volatile price action. Now, the big thing is, how's Nike going to react tomorrow? Well, first things first, take a look at this Nike daily chart. You're coming up into a rather large upsloping trend line, just like kind of Lululemon is, but this one's actually a larger time frame going back all the way to your COVID low. So Nike's certainly going to have some support here. The question is, do we see any little intraday signs of accumulation that get us a little bit of a chance to go long? So I am looking at that potential level in this vicinity. I want to see it hit around the 92, maybe even sub 92. You can see this mega, mega gap going all the way back to September on your previous earnings gap. So maybe we even flush and fill that. So just be cautious with Nike. I think Lulu's probably looking like the one that has more technical support because it is selling off from an uptrend, whereas Nike is falling still in really a downtrend, and that makes it a little bit more relatively weak. So Nike's going to have some support, but definitely be mindful that we could even flush all the way down to 89.62 on Nike. I will have some more standard deviation calculations for anyone that tunes into my stream tomorrow. So definitely look at tradingcapital.ca and look out for us on live on YouTube. Tomorrow we will be live trading both of these tickers if they come into our zone. On that note, thank you all for watching. Please give this video a like down below, and we'll see you on the charts tomorrow.